Hi everyone, this is Naveen. I am welcoming you all to Sadhana's Naveen Science Academy. Today, in the life process lesson, we will discuss about heterotropic nutrition. Heterotropic nutrition. In the last class, we learned nutrition and autotropic nutrition. Today, we will discuss about heterotropic nutrition. You know, hetero means others or depends. Organisms which depends on other organisms for their food. The organisms which depends on other organism for their food is called heterotrophs. Such a nutrition is called heterotropic nutrition. The mode of nutrition in which organism depends on other organism for their food is called heterotropic nutrition. Is it clear? What is heterotropic nutrition? The mode of nutrition in which organisms depends on other organisms for their food. Is it clear? In the heterotropic nutrition, we can see parasitic nutrition, saprophytic nutrition, parasites. Parasites are fully depends or partially depends. The organisms which depends fully or partially on other organism are called parasites. Example, tapeworm, roundworm, tapeworm, roundworm, and partially cuscuta, very important one. Cuscuta is a partial parasite which lives on other plant. Remember, heterotrophs in the parasitic nutrition in which organisms fully or partially depends on the other organisms for their food. Example, tapeworm, roundworm. They take shelter as well as food. Both tapeworm and roundworm, they take shelter as well as food from the mother body, whereas cuscuta takes only shelter but prepares food by itself. That is why it is a partial parasite. One more question, which one is a partial parasite? Cuscuta. Why it is a partial parasite? Because it takes only shelter, itself prepares the food. Another one is saprophyte, mushroom, fungus, yeast. These are all comes under saprophytes. They get the food from dead and decaying organisms. Saprophytes are the organisms which get the food from dead and decaying organism. That means you think this is a dead body, it spray or it put a liquid on that liquid digest and then absorb. Digestion will be external. Digestion will be external. Outside the body, it digests by producing the juice on that and then absorbs it. It is a saprophytic nutrition. Any doubt? Next, nutrition in amoeba. Nutrition in amoeba. Very important one. We know that amoeba is a unicellular organism. That means from the single cell, it performs all the functions. Digestion also it performs in the same. Hunting also performs in the same. Reproduction also in the same. Excretion also in the same. That is why amoeba is called unicellular organism. nutrition in amoeba. How does amoeba get the food? Look at this. This is the picture of amoeba. Amoeba notices the food. Amoeba notices the food. As soon as it notices, it extends the cell wall. As soon as it notices the food, it extends the cell wall called pseudopodia. Pseudopodia. It is a false leg. Remember that. As soon as it notices the food, as soon as it absorbs the food, it extends their cell wall towards the food called as pseudopodia. Later on, it covers the food and makes the food vacuole. Remember, as soon as it captures the food by pseudopodia, it makes the food vacuole. That food vacuole produces an enzyme. Food vacuole produces an enzyme and digests the food. In the food vacuole. Food vacuole produces the juices on the food and food digested in the food vacuole. Later on, food vacuole will be remains small in the body. Afterward, it excrete. That's it about nutrition in amoeba. Amoeba notices the food. As it notices the food, it extends its cell wall like a finger, like a hand, call it as pseudopodia. After pseudopodia, it covers the food and becomes the food vacuole. Food vacuole enters into the amoeba body. Food vacuole produces the digestive juices on a food and digests the food. Then later on, amoeba absorbs the nutrients and makes it waste. The waste will be eliminated through the same process. That's it about nutrition in amoeba. If you like this class, please share and subscribe.